Hey, this is Stacia, and we're going to play a training game on chess.com. Yeah, my rating fell a little bit, I see. Played a couple times and I was super tired. Not that that's an excuse, but I kind of knew when I was going to play. I was like, yeah, I'm probably going to run out of gas here, and I did. That's okay. I mean, I'm not going to let rating be a reason I don't play chess. I think that's a mistake. It's better to just go ahead and lose some rating but play more chess. That's the way I feel about it. Especially online rating. Like, who cares? So, looks like we've got d4, d5, bishop f4. It's accelerated London system. e3. All right. c5 is probably what I want to do. So if I go c5 and they take it, I mean, that should be fine. I should probably go e6 if that happens. I might have another option, but I'm kind of expecting c3 now. Yeah, c3. Okay, so queen a4, you know, and bishop e5 are on the menu, but knight f3, knight e5 takes 2 tempos still. So knight c6. Let's do it. Okay, so now they could try like bishop e5, knight e5. I think I'm still fine. I don't have to. Yeah, honestly, I think I'll go bishop f4 because I could still play bishop d7 if I need to. Or bishop f5, I mean. So bishop f5, bishop e5. Yeah, and I could go bishop d7 if I need to. Now, looking at this now, I'm not sure why I didn't go queen b6, but yeah, I could have went queen b6. Okay, so they're challenging me here. I'm tempted to play e6. So after takes. I have a lot of center control. They could take on c5, and then I take. This is our center, and then g6 and bishop g7. Be reasonable. I also think taking is fine if I want to do that. But just take and e6. It looks normal. I'm going to do this. I mean, this is kind of an achievement for black because that d3 bishop is their attacking bishop, and we managed to trade that off. This bishop is actually their bad bishop. It's just that they made it pretty good, but like it's quite good, but we can always trade that off. I mean, we're playing the black pieces here, you know, like. But any attack that white tries to do from this point won't be as potent as if they had that bishop still. So, okay, so here, I mean, I'm tempted to play bishop d6, or maybe even pawn takes d4. I could think about c4, but it doesn't feel like. Comes with tempo, which is nice, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm really getting out of that. It's making my counterplay take longer, seems like. It also makes e4 stronger. So, what do we do? Do I go bishop d6? On bishop d6, they could trade. I take with the queen and e4. No, actually, e4, I can just take it. So that looks good. And okay, they could take on c5, make me play queen takes c5. That is kind of annoying. I think I want to take on d4. They will take with the e pawn. Doesn't seem like a big deal, really. It does open up the queen laterally to the king side, but like I was saying, I don't think those attacks are going to be all that bad. I'm going to take and play this way. Let's see how it goes from here. Okay, so now bishop d6, I thought. It's kind of just an equalish position, but let's keep our eyes open because we may have a chance to mix it up or whatever. Even equalish games, like sometimes, like all it takes is like one move or one idea and they become crazy still. So don't think that just because a game is boring now that it's going to stay boring. That is a big mistake to think that way. But also, the opposite is also true. If you have a super sharp position, it's crazy. Don't think it's going to stay crazy the whole game. It could change into a position where you have a slight advantage or you're slightly worse. Like, all of that can happen. Okay, so 95 makes sense to me. So now if I take with a knight, that's a huge blunder because that forks my stuff here. I mean, I'm probably just going to castle. It's a very normal move. If they take on c6, doesn't hurt me really. They still have to get their other knight in the game. Knight d2 and stuff, so I think I'll just castle here. Now, white's attack should be less than it would be with the bishop, but I also know from experience that you still gotta watch what you're doing because I played a game against Troy Grove, who's lower rated than me, but he's a good player though. And we had a position very similar to this where I kind of just like got a little too relaxed and he attacked and I just missed one part of his attack and I just missed one thing and then I lost. So I'm not saying that I shouldn't take this attack seriously, but clearly white's going to play on the king side because their pawns are aimed at the king side, and black's going to play on the queen side because our pawns are on the queen side. So it seems to me my obvious plan is b5, b4. That's my plan. They're going to go knight f3. So I want to go a6, b5. If I do it immediately, I will drop this knight. So I have some preparation to do here. I probably have to go a6, rook c8. I could play queen b6, but queen b6 will put my queen in front of my b pawn, so it's kind of annoying, but rook c8 makes sense. a6 is useful, probably just a6. He'll just go knight f3. I could think about knight f5 there. And he's going to say something mean. Oh! He said something nice. Yay. I thought he was going to say, why do you take so long? When I'm playing kids, they say that often. Okay, let's go a6. It's kind of crazy that I'm playing someone who's seen my channel. This has happened many times, actually. So I never think of my channel as like being like something anyone would ever see. I don't know. You know, I don't know. So do I go rook c8 now? Why did he go rook e1? He's coming for me. This is gonna be a little scary. I mean, on knight f3, I might be able to go knight e4. I'm not saying this is like an amazing move, but I really want the other rook on c8, but maybe this rook will be a defender for me. So I'm going to go rook c8. Okay, if it's a rapid game, right? So I've started working with a new coach, Ben Alshami, who is, to me, he's a master. I mean, his peak rating is 2199. I mean, he's like, and he's an active player. I've known him for many, many years too. That does not mean that I'm done with Calvin Blocker. Oh, of course not. Of course not. But I do think working with a new coach can help me not only as a player, but as a teacher as well, because all coaches have like their own ways of doing things, and I tend to absorb some of those ways. So if I'll pick up some of Ben's style and hopefully some ideas from him that are really good, you know? And it seems to me he's a really good coach. It really seems like that. So, you know, let's give him a try. Let's give him a try. He's definitely a good player. And he'll give me different perspectives than Calvin would probably, just because they're different humans, you know? So here comes this rook. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous. So do I just do my counterplay now? And one problem I see is that when I do go b4, they can take here. That might not be a real problem, but because that queen would possibly be misplaced. Okay. Not so good at these types of positions. So let's see what I can come up with here. I mean, I think rook h3 is a bit of a concern. So if I go b5, b4, take, Knight b4. I mean, that feels like counterplay. So I think I'm going to go for this. They can play a3, though. Okay, now if they play a3... I did have a game, though, and I forget what tournament. I think it was Kings Island last year, maybe. Which I'm about to play Kings Island again. I think it was Kings Island last year where... Was it Kings Island? Honestly, it might have been the Marchant Open in Rochester, New York. I had a game where it was similar. It was a similar position to this, and instead of doing my counterplay, I decided to just defend. You know, just like bring my pieces to the king side and defend, and I lost that game. It might have been the Congress. I have no clue what tournament it was, but I remember that game. So like, that game taught me that it's better to be more active and go with counterplay in a lot of cases. Now, if you see your counterplay doesn't work, or you don't have counterplay, yeah, then sometimes you just got to defend. But I think counterplay comes first. Counterplay comes first. So I think they should stop me with a3. If they go a3, okay, so they did not. So now the only thing stopping me from getting mated is this knight. So I'm a little concerned about, you know, bishop g5. But if bishop g5, h6, yeah, I'm a little scared. Because he could take. My knight's still guarding, but there's like queen g5 check and stuff. Yeah. So g6 feels wrong, but I might play it. I need a plan for bishop g5. My favorite opening? That should be obvious. Okay, let's tone down my ADHD and stay focused. All right, I'm really considering 97. 97 bishop g5. I could play knight g6. And in the event of takes, I think I'm okay. It's also knight f5. I hate to defend like this. So if I go here and bishop g5, this is the question, right? This is the question. Because then I go, take, but then I need 97 anyway, because I need to open the C files. This is defensive, but it's also contributing to my defense. And so I'm going to go with this. I'm not missing anything, am I? I don't think so. They're from the Cayman Islands. I This will go on my channel, win or lose. I don't want to lose, but it could happen. I'm way down on time. This is, you know, why do I get so far back on time? I don't know. Now, knight g6, knight takes, h takes g6. Yeah, but I don't know. I wish this rook wasn't here. So my intuition was to keep this rook here and keep this rook here. I should have did that, I think. Because then you have this bishop f8 thing you can do for extra defense. And it supports your counterplay and places the rook on f8. And but I need to think about this position. So what do I think black will do? I think they could play here, and I would go knight g6. And if they take this, of course I will take. But after here and here, maybe they should take this. I'm not sure. I might need to do something like f5, king f7. But the king would guard e6 from there. And white doesn't have a whole lot of pieces. Like if white trades 2 more sets of pieces, then the attack is really not much. Even if they trade 1 set of pieces, I think their attack is lessened quite a bit. And I am going to play b5, so like if bishop g5, I do have to go knight g6, right? Like this has to happen. You know, I am noticing that they could try something like rook takes. No, doesn't work. Doesn't work because my knight is still guarding it. Okay. So after knight g6, okay, if I take this, it's checkmate, so that's clear. And if I take the bishop, then he takes and checkmates me. So I think knight g6 was my plan, and it makes a lot of sense. He could open up my king a little bit, but I think it's fine. This is definitely my intuition. Take, take. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm attacking the bishop, and this knight is now a pretty decent defender, blocking the queen, defending h8, attacking things too. So I feel like this should be fine here. If he trades the bishop, I'll be quite happy. So he probably should play something like bishop g5, but then maybe just bishop e7. And where's the attack, right? Like, where's the attack? So I mean, is it even worse? I mean, I'm also threatening knight takes g4, so like maybe we're just forcing trades here. And if we are, then I think black's doing pretty good. But we'll see. I'm scared to play Kings Island Open, I must say, but I'm also excited. I took like I don't know, I got kind of down on my chest. I was also facing some health issues that were becoming very frustrating. Not like serious, so don't worry, but like just quality of life, like disruptive health issues that were just making it really hard to keep my training up. And so I did kind of relax on my training for a good 2 or 3 months. Still did stuff, but not as seriously. So, I mean, okay, if I take with the queen, they win my bishop. So I have to do this because it's check. I think it's okay. Bishop h6, rook e8, followed by bishop f8. I'm actually okay with this. Okay, now he's trading pieces, which I like for me. So now, if it wasn't for the time situation, I'd be feeling really good. It's just a time situation. I'm also threatening a fork, but I'm really not because of checkmate, but okay. There's no checkmate now, but what is he up to? Queen h6, I think. So that makes me want to go rook e8 because then there's queen f8. I'm too slow. So it's annoying for sure. Well, I could play knight f8, but I don't know about that. Actually, you know, I think it's time to go queen f4. I'm not big on queen trades, but in this case, I think queen f4 is quite strong. Yeah, it just stops everything. So let's go here. I mean, he also has to maintain defense of the knight, and okay, I should focus. Let's see. Okay. Okay, he goes there. I actually thought e5 here is fine, but does d5 get really weak? I mean, it does. I lose the pawn otherwise. I think I should do this. Or do I go knight h5? I think I like knight h5. So we'll do this one. And I'm actually really liking the look of something like this. And probably king h8 and rook g8, and we use the g file. It's kind of unusual, but we also have this b5 thing. This b5 thing should not be underestimated, but as of now, we're just protected by the rook. I don't know. Still, you know what? There is g4 here, which kind of overlooked. Yeah, I just overlooked it, didn't I? Dang it. Yep, he found it. I think that's a good move. It's a really good move. I'm pretty much forced now. Yeah, I can't sack that. I have to go knight g7. I really don't want to, but unfortunately, this is what I've done. Yep. So that was a big mistake. Knight h5. He should take on f6. He will. Okay, and then I want to go b5. So he does that, and then b5 is a pawn sack, but let's just see for a second. I get active, which I like. I should win the b pawn actually, and then my other rook can do something, which is important. So I think b5. Now my knight is like dead. for now. I'm actually wondering if h5 is a real move. If they take, I get this. But my knight's on the edge of the board, so is that really anything? And then, so I think maybe knight e8 with tempo and try to come to the center. This knight is challenging it for the moment, but if he has to stay on d2, then I'll like my knight on d6 better. So if he takes, rook c2. I might be just losing. I'm definitely worse. I like that he said I play the London embarrassingly. That's how I would feel. It would be like a guilty pleasure. I'd be like, yeah, I play the London, but you know. Okay, that's probably not a bad idea to play this move by him. Now his pawn is pinned though, right? So do I just double now? Is my question. Because he pinned himself. So we have chances here, I feel. We've got to solve the problem with this knight. We're down a pawn. But hey, I came out of the womb down a pawn. No, just kidding. I started playing in my 30s, so. Okay, so now they're actually protecting that. But once I play here, okay, so he's going to go knight c5. Okay, so after knight c5, I still want to do it. Yeah. Now I thought here. He takes and takes. So what I'm hoping for is knight e8, knight d6, knight c4, and then e5. Let's take that, undermine the knight. e5 in general is something I want to get done here. I know he can play this, but I was thinking rook c6. So you should probably take this. Take. The knight's still pinned. Knight e8. Does he go here? Maybe you should go here immediately, because it takes the sting out of knight e8. You know, I also like e4 because it allows for knight e6. So actually, if something like rook f3, just rerouting, I might go e4 there. I mean, obviously, if he takes, I take here. Okay, that's interesting. So I think knight e8 is definitely the move. Okay, and then there. And now we go, do I go e4 now? kind of like e4 right now. Okay, I just have to play fast. There's also this takes idea with knight b5. I mean, the main thing is we got the knight in the game, so. Yeah, actually, this doesn't work. I didn't realize that if I go e4, he takes, he's attacking my knight. So after here and takes, they take here. So I don't know about that. So I would have to move this knight. So I think knight b5 is like a definite thing, because if they try this, I go here. So I'm planning knight b5. So what is white going to do? Are they just going to keep pushing pawns? I don't really know what that accomplishes, really. They've got this defended twice, but I have it attacked 3 times. So we have pressure, you know, on the c3 pawn. So now he's also in time pressure. So this is going to be interesting. Yeah, knight b5 looks good. I could try to stop it. I take en passant. That doesn't seem right. Goes there. Okay. I like knight b5. This move is actually probably not good, because after takes, I have a fork now. And also, I was thinking e4. Oh, he's stopping e4. Okay. So now what? Do I actually take it? I could take here now. He takes. I gotta move. Hmm. Mm-hmm. It's just blitz now. I gotta. I just have to play fast. Let's get active. I blundered a fork, but not really. I have check. It was lucky though. I think I could put my knight here because I won this pawn, but I am down a pawn. Interesting. Dang, that might have been good. Let's see. I could play rook takes knight. So if I take check there, I think I'm going to allow this because I defend that. So he won another pawn. That just blundered a knight though. What a crazy game. Okay, this is still not so easy, but I want to win this pawn like right away if I can. I know. Yeah, that's really too bad. That's like what I would do if I was white. I'd like blunder my knight after a brilliant move. So he has my sympathy, but he can still play to draw here, or maybe even to win. I mean, that's a lot of pawns. So it's not over in my estimation, but I'm going to get this. So now he's going to go check. This might not be easy. Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of pawns. It's a lot of pawns. I gotta run my pawn. If I don't, I mean, I'm lost, I think. So he's in the square. Okay, but if I get his king distracted all the way over here, then I definitely have some good chances, right? Okay, this looks good. So now if I want to win, I should not trade off this H pawn. I might not have a choice. Just check, right? I think it's going to be a draw. Like, maybe I could have did better, but yeah, I don't have a choice here. I got to take. I think that's fair for it to be a draw, though. I'm not too... I'll just stop for a draw. I think it actually is a draw. I should have made a move first. That really did get quite sharp at the end. So this is one I definitely want to look at, and let me let him know. It will be on my channel. That's why I'm recording. So, but I want to analyze this one in some detail. I'll just make a okay, so yeah, so that's it. I'm going to make a separate video with the analysis because I want to take my time and think deeply. Got the Kings Island Open coming up. That's classical time control. The deeper I think, the better. So to get ready for that. So this is Stacia, and I'll see you next time. Bye.